that.
This is a hard fight for John Jones because Rashad knows him. He's trained with him. And anytime you know somebody's strengths and weaknesses, you always have a dangerous situation.
You got to understand, these guys have gone before. It's not like Rashad hasn't.
Rashad Evans may very well have John Jones' moves, his mind registered in his database. And even though John Jones may have gotten better, he might still have his number.
Feels like everything that I've been going through, everything in my whole career, it's just been all coming up to this moment right here.
Good right hand by Rashad. That one hurt Phil.
Let's not beat around the bush here. I'm the champ. He's the challenger. He wants what I have. I'm not giving it to him. I'm trying to solidify a legacy, and beating Rashad Evans right now is the biggest piece to the puzzle.
Rampage has not been stopped in the octagon. That's what Jones wants. He's got looking to do it right here. And it's all over! John Jones! Big right hand by John Jones. And another big knee. He's got a choke.
Having an opportunity to fight for the belt means everything to me. But beating John Jones is more meaningful than getting a belt.
Is it personal? Yeah.
This is spoken rule as teammates, that you don't fight each other.
He's ruined my night twice now. The time will come.
Guess that's not the case.
I gotta do exactly what I have to do.
Did that fool just say he'll fight me?
He does not have my number. He's not even close.
He can say what he want to say right now, but he's going to lose this fight. I would love to be the first one to beat him.
Yeah, baby! Current champion John Jones against the former champion Rashad Evans.
You got that strap, so I gotta go after it.
I deserve to be at the top. I've been dedicated for so many years. I sacrificed so many things at a young age to be where I am today. I'm 22 years old, and I definitely feel that by the time I'm 24, I'll be the world champion. I need to finish this fight, and I need to do it impressively.
Rory Macdonald is one of those kids where everybody looks at him and his first couple of fights in the UFC, you go, this guy's gonna be special. There's something about this kid.
Big takedown. Man, this kid is good. For a big move. Slam. I've heard it described as the next George St. Pierre, but he might have more potential than that. Rory Macdonald has defeated Mike Pyle.
What's been most impressive about Rory's performances in the octagon is how clearly he improves in between performances. The Nate Diaz fight was one of the best examples of that.
He's throwing Diaz all over the octagon.
Consistently taking Nate Diaz down, really ragdolling him around. He'll find out where he's better than you, because he's so good and so even across the board with all of his skills.
Rory Macdonald with the armbar.
I first started studying MMA when I was 19. I used to really love Mike Tyson back in the day. He was like one of my heroes. Yeah, I was getting into quite a few fights growing up, so I just decided to take it a step further and get paid for it.
I've been hearing about you for a while. People have been telling me you got to look out for this guy, Jay Mills, with the win in his UFC debut. We just seen a new dangerous.
No matter what you have going on in your life, it doesn't matter, because when you step out there into the octagon, you better be ready to fight, because your opponent, he doesn't care. He's trying to get paid, and he's trying to get paid off of you. So what are you going to do about it?
The camp's momentum comes to a halt when Coach Van Arsdale injures himself while training with the team. The official diagnosis at the hospital is a biceps tendon tear at the elbow. A concerned Rashad stops by to check in on his coach.
How you been, man? Pretty good. Van has always been there. Van was there no matter what. Van has been Team Rashad for a long time. He knows me best, and I like to compete for him.
All right.
When you have a coach that you really like to compete for, it makes competing that much easier. He knows me really well, so he's able to vibe with me on different levels, you know, as a friend, as a mentor, as a coach, and as a big brother. So he knows what to, you know, how to give me what I need. For me, I think that's how life works. You know, you take care of somebody like you want to be taken care of, and then pretty soon it will come back to you. So when you're really taking care of somebody, you're really taking care of yourself.
So what you got to do?
Yeah.
So I got to dress surgery.
Yeah. I am not happy about this, but hey, the show goes on right now.
Winning this title will be huge for our team. Being a new team, you just got to be you know who you really are as a group and know where you want to go. And no matter what happens, always stay the mindset that you guys are champions and that we are champions and we're going to be champions. We made a pact to each other that we wouldn't let anything get involved in our friendship and our fight.
The UFC is back in Atlanta, and what a card the UFC has brought to the Peach
Whether we were truly friends or not, I'm going to have to say that we weren't.
Jon Jones is super arrogant.
He's the fake. He's the fraud.
You want to hate me, then hate me. What can I do but keep getting money? Funny, I was just like you.
He crawls like me. When he starts to fight, he crouches down like me. He got that from me.
Hate on me, I blew, but I'm the same OG. People want me. When you're on top, there's envy.
Jealousy fuels Rashad.
Champion of the world.
Just can't wait to just put him out of his misery.
Became a monster, on top of the world. Never falling, I'm as real as they come. From day one, forever falling.
Concurrent champion Jon Jones will stop against the former champion Rashad Evans.
Come on.
I know I'm going to be the first one to stop Jon Jones.
Come on. Really?
UFC fans, it's great to be back in Atlanta as we welcome you to the Fox Theater for the official weigh-ins for UFC 145, Jones versus Evans. Tomorrow night, only on pay-per-view, UFC light heavyweight champion Johnny Bones Jones looks to defend his title for the third time against his former teammate and former UFC light heavyweight champion Sugar Rashad Evans. We'd like to send out a special welcome to our UFC Fight Club members and thank our UFC sponsors. Bud Light, here we go. Harley Davidson's Hometown Throwdown. Enter for your chance to win the UFC experience of a lifetime and a custom Harley motorcycle at UFC.com/Hometown Throwdown. Dodge, the official automobile of the UFC. Metro PCS, wireless for all. Zenergy, powered by Zions, the great tasting, sugar-free, zero-calorie energy drink. The official energy drink of the UFC. And Tap Out, an expression of combat known worldwide, now available at tapout.com. And now, to get the official weigh-ins for UFC 145 underway, here is Joe Rogan. What's up, Atlanta? Welcome to the weigh-ins. Ariane Celeste, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Silva, best matchmaker on the planet. And my man, Burt Watson, babysitter to the stars. We got a hell of a card for you and the light heavyweight championship of the world. Let's get things cracking, starting off in the featherweight division. Marcus Brimage versus Maximal Blanco. Up on the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Maximal Blanco. Right away, some nakedness. Marcus Brimage and Maximal Blanco. Next up in the welterweight division, Heath Wisniewski versus Clemons. Clemons. And his opponent, Heath Wisniewski. Wisniewski, ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause. Next up, live on FX in the lightweight division, Max Danzig versus Efrain Escudero. Up on a scale, winner of the Ultimate Fighter, Efrain Escudero. 156. And his opponent, also an Ultimate Fighter winner, Max Danzig. Fighter winners, ladies and gentlemen, Max Danzig and Efrain Escudero. Next up in the lightweight division, John McTessie versus Anthony Njukwani. On the scale, Anthony the Assassin Njukwani. 156. And his opponent, John the Bull McTessie.
Go up a little further. Go up a little further. Okay. I got you.
John McDessie, ladies and gentlemen. Next up in the welterweight division, here we go. This is a barn burner, folks. Matt the Immortal Brown versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Please welcome back to the UFC, John the Natural Alessio. And his opponent, Mark John Alessio and Mark Bocek. Next up, in the bantamweight division, Miguel Angel Torres versus Michael Macdonald. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a correction here. We have a new sheet. Next fight will be in the featherweight division, Eddie Yeagan versus Mark Hominick. Miguel Angel Torres versus Michael Macdonald. WEC Bantamweight Champion, Miguel Angel Torres. Macdonald and Miguel Torres, ladies and gentlemen. Next up in the heavyweight division, Brendan the Hybrid Schaub versus Ben Rothwell. Lean and mean 263 for Big Ben Rothwell. And his opponent, the hybrid, Brendan Schaub.
for Mr. Schaub. Heavyweight action, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Rothwell and Brendan Schaub. Next up, the co-main event of the evening in the welterweight division. Rory Macdonald versus Jay Mills. For Mr. Mills and his opponent Rory Macdonald. Mr. Macdonald. That's an amazing fight, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Mills and Rory Macdonald. Now let's take a closer look at the two men involved in the main event of the evening.
John wanted to be in my position for the longest time. How does John Jones start off a fight? He starts down in 3-point stance. He got that from me.
I truly believe that one day I'll be the greatest fighter on the planet. I believe that wholeheartedly. To get where I'm at today, it's just nothing but inspiration to myself, really.
John has set himself up for a fall that I don't think he can take. You get to a certain position, and then you start believing your own hype. Once you start drinking the Kool-Aid, it's over.
There's been so many people like him that's always been the one. But that's a secret. There is no one. Anybody can lose any given day, and he's going to find that out.
Rashad takes him again and again. That one hurt him badly.
My inner dog is going to take over, and I'm not going to remember what happened until after the fight when I got my hand raised.
He is in my head, and I want him in my head. I like him in my head. That's when I train better. That's when I focus more.
Big elbows. John Jones. Incredible. Oh, my goodness.
Before I came along, who was the cocky guy in the UFC? When Rashad Evans blows kisses and grabs his crotch and shimmies and do all this unsportsmanlike, classless stuff, is that the guy you guys want to be your champion?
And now Jones looks for the takedown by John Jones.
A big chance to get a little payback. Having an opportunity to fight for the belt means everything to me, but beating John Jones is more meaningful than getting the belt.
Big punches by Rashad.
You know, he feels like it's about payback then. Go get some, baby. Go get some.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for the light heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing the challenger, the former champion, Sugar Rashad Evans. challenger. And his opponent, the UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones. Rashad, I'm going to talk to you first. Obviously, there's a lot of emotion involved here. This is maybe the most emotionally charged fight that I can remember. Give us your thoughts on this fight, and how different has the preparation been for this than for other fights?
It's been a bit different because the media and everything, but at the same time, I enjoyed the process. It is a lot of emotion involved, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to stepping in the cage and fighting Jones.
Well, it's going to be a spectacular fight. Good luck to you, sir. The challenger, ladies and gentlemen, Rashad Evans. All right, I'm here with the champion. John, the same question for you. This is such an emotionally charged fight. How different is this for you than any other fight, and how much more important is this fight for you than any other fight?
Oh, it's a gigantic fight. I'm excited to be here, baby, and I'm ready to tear some heart out.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Can't wait to see it. The champion, ladies and gentlemen, Jon Jones. We will see you all tomorrow night live on pay-per-view. And if you are not watching us on Fuel TV, tune in right now. Karen Bryant and the All-American Brian Stan will have so much more coverage for tomorrow's loaded card. Stick around, and thank you all very much.
Get involved in our friendship and our fighting.
I hate you too, but I won't stop now.
Whether we were truly friends or not, I'm gonna have to say that we weren't.
Jon Jones is super arrogant.
He's the fake. He's the fraud.
You wanna hate me, then hate me. What can I do but keep getting money? Funny, I was just like you.
He crawls like me. When he starts to fight, he crouches down like me. He got that from me.
Hate on me, I blew, but I'm the same OG. People warn me, when you on top, there's envy.
Jealousy fuels Rashad.
Champion of the world.
Just can't wait to just put him out of his misery.
Became a monster, on top of the world. Never falling, I'm as real as they come. From day one, forever falling.
Concurrent champion Jon Jones against the former champion Rashad Evans.
Come on.
I know I'm going to be the first one to stop Jon Jones.
Come on. Really?
Now.